Hello and welcome to some EverQuest II news, and there's not much. There's an update and there are some patch notes and stuff, but not a whole lot. So the Shattered Overture, which is an expansion prelude, from what I can tell. So this is, I guess, the like a quest line, or you know what, the update before the next expansion. Right here they call it the expansion prelude, and it does require the current expansion renewal of Row to play. Okay, so I thought this was the new expansion, but I'm just not not well versed yet, so that's kind of what it is. So there's a story that involves, I don't want to spoil any of this for me, but you go back to Unrest and do some stuff in the Necklace Forest. So there's some of the main things here. There's some final enhancements for what sounds to be like an epic weapon. 2 new solo dungeons, 2 new heroic dungeons, 15 new collections, 7 new missions. Looks like there's 7 solo and 7 heroic, so that's like 14. I guess they're the exact same ones. But there's a lot of cosmetic items and whatnot, and it does require level 125 to play. So this, I guess, is a live server kind of thing, and you have to have that expansion. But if we go over here to the actual notes, right? And there's a story. I don't want to spoil myself because I'm like level 14, so I'm still trying to figure this out. But some things here. Items over the maximum broker price have been unlisted from the broker. Now you may unlist your current broker sales and using the corresponding button on the broker UI. So I'm guessing the broker is kind of like a bizarre thing from EverQuest I, is my guess. I haven't gotten there yet. Let's see here. Abilities: Swashbuckler, Enhance, Avoid, Blame will no longer add damage component to on time log servers. Itemization. Resolve has been removed from all mount buffs. Corresponding reduction to resolve has been applied to all encounters. I don't know what resolve does, but it sounds like they removed it from everything. So interestingly enough, sounds like a nerf. Corrected an issue with renewal, the renewal rune, Gleeful Ire, that caused it to use an incorrect max health percent increase value. The correct values are substantially higher, so that sounds like a buff. You may no longer equip more than a single vampiric requiem, I don't know, adornment at a time. Storm Fury Trawler illusion now persists when zoning. Mark of the Dragon Slayer now has a green adornment slot available as expected. Goblin Skull Candlestick Light Source, the level 100 recipe from the Bloody Tooth Carpentry Essentials, now emits light and has had its name changed to reflect this, to avoid confusion with another house item of the same name. I'm guessing they added light source. Collection pieces with lore pros will now show that lore pros on the item mouse over instead of only item on examine. All right, so if there's lore attached to an item, you can right click it and see it, I guess. Maybe just mouse over it, we'll see it. Corrected an issue with several past expansion items granting flurry values for flurry multiplier effects. The Cobalt Seal of Discord is now heirloom. The Sanguine Seal of Discord is now heirloom. And the Tinonium Seal of Discord is now heirloom. Renewal of Row, Tishan's lockbox adornments will no longer repeatedly notify you about unlocking. Zone population. Zones and population. General. Encounters were reduced in resolve amounts in accordance with the removal of resolve from mount items. So it looks like all of these different encounters. So these are all the different expansions, right? So they just whatever resolve does, they removed a bunch of it from from these encounters. I don't even know. I'm not even going to go into that. Butcher Block Mountains. Philosopher Rhymes now correctly identifies Taichu's Zek Warren's location at the Highlands Camp. Scale Yard Trader's End fixed a spot where it was possible to get stuck between a table and a candle. That would be unfortunate. Quests, Age's End, Final Monolith, Hate-Filled Tomes will now persist after leaving Tower of Frozen Shadow, Cursed Vaults, so the next time you enter, they can still be found for that quest as intended. The Means to an End. Cantil Digglefizz is now guaranteed to be chopping away at wood instead of the possibility of thin air. What lies beneath Captain Ethan Darian's surname is now spelled consistently through dialogue, quest journals, and in-game mail. The Motherlode quest text update typo fix. See here. Overseer Galen Stormwolf's portrait now matches his description and icon. Garrick the Mad's portrait now matches his description and icon. Services. Loyalty Outfitter Noble Tuwick McClure has unearthed 3 new appearance armor sets. Dedicated Vesper Vanguard plate appearance. Dedicated Talonite cloth appearance. Dedicated Dragon leather armor appearance. Along with this, he has located one of his dedicated Shields of the Nightly Lion to spruce up your look today. Marketplace, the personal avatar Misk Bag has had its tier adjusted to match that of the contents of the Misk Bag. That being treasured. Trade skills. To better match the other quest recipes, the Shovel of Repair recipe for Tackish Delight, Dirty Deeds, and Dirty Jobs, the right tools, will now require 5 Astral Coal instead of 10. The currency reward for Anchorage trade skill missions has increased from 10 Anchorage chits per mission to 20. All right, well, there's some notes. So these are the patch notes. This expansion prelude. So the Shattered Overture is a part of the Renewal of Row expansion. But the Fractured Skies is available to all players of all levels. So there's something going on there. I think that's an event. There's a nice video here I watched and just shows kind of like, it's like the world is shattered and some kind of cool stuff like that. I'm excited to experience this at some point, but it's gonna be a while. But there we go. Some news in EverQuest II. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.